I've always wanted to work with young kids as well as the older kids, just to have more time with them and really develop them. And a few years ago, an opportunity came up to start a steel band.
Jim Coviak was the instructor at Mott Middle College, and then he came to us by way of a grant that we received for instruction for a steel drum band to be created at the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Flint.
And it took off even faster than I imagined it would. We've got some really talented kids that started learning tunes within days.
So that happened, and a couple years into it, he had designated 2 different groups. So we have the Renegades and the Jumbies. The Renegades are the newly formed group that is just beginning, and then the Jumbies are the folks that have been in it for the last few years. Initially, when we got this grant to have the steel drum band created at the Boys and Girls Club, we weren't really sure about how many kids would be interested in it and how this would really play out. But what we've seen is the impact has just been tremendous. Young people have a talent that they don't realize is even there until they have the exposure, and so they've had the chance to be able to get right there and with drums and get their hands dirty and get right into it. And some of them have discovered they have a talent they never knew was even there. And we have a rock solid group of kids that have a passion for doing this and are really, really good. So it's been amazing having him as an instructor, and it's been amazing for our kids to have this experience.
This year, it's going to be a little bit different because instead of having the regular band that's local, we decided to blow this out into a memorial for Andy Lloyd. And I've got people coming from all over the country that used to play in my high school and college bands.
The reason why this was such a great idea and why we were so happy to jump on board with this memorial concert and make this one unifying concert is because of the fact that it's important for our kids to understand that being a part of something like a band creates this camaraderie that's hard to find other places. And the thing about it really is that music it unites people on levels that other things just can't. And so that's really where we want our kids to see that they're a part of something bigger, and that they have a family and they have friends, but they also have their bandmates and their band instructor, and it's like another family, and it's just awesome to be able to provide that for them.
Andy really cared about everybody, and when somebody was in trouble, he was somebody they went to, and he's really saved the lives of a lot of kids in the band, and that's why everybody's so excited to honor him tonight. It's going to be amazing.
He was the most passionate person about love and music and other people that I've ever known in my entire life.
He's Andy. There's no way to describe Andy. He's just Andy.
On a 95-degree weather day, and you jump into some fresh water of, swimming pool, nice cold. It's refreshing. I mean, that's how Andy is with everybody when he first meets him.
He was just one of the most unpredictable characters I've ever met in my life.
We once talked about how hummus made his teeth feel funny.
Cindy, his wife, started joining our circles, and I remember he came up to me one day and he said, "Latress, she keeps looking at me like she likes me." And I said, "Well, do you like her?" He said, "Latress, when I look at her, I hear Dreamweaver," and he just started singing the whole song. He was always so dramatic, and they just knew it was love at first sight. So I remember when he met his wife, his true love.
The way Andy approached people was very disarming, as it's been mentioned before, and he had a certain way he would put his hand in the middle of your back and just kind of to show that, there's goodness here.
We went on a South Dakota trip, mission trip, and everyone's taking pictures, and he's like, I'm like, "Andy, why aren't you taking any pictures of anything around here?" He said, I don't believe in cameras. I believe that memories should be captured in your heart and in your soul, and that's where they should be kept.
Andy's one of the kindest people I've ever met.
He brought out the best in everybody else, but it's by example. He himself was happy regardless of what his circumstance was. He was always happy and excited to be there, and always willing to bring love forward in any situation.
He had a way of talking to people to make them see the human side of life.
Andy was the big brother to all of us.
Everyone he meets is instantly a friend, and they already know. It's like they go way back instantly, even though you know they've never seen each other before.
It's one time me and Andy were coming home from a gig, and we ran out of gas halfway there, so it just so happened we were right by the DTE Music Theater. I was like, okay, oh my God, what's going on? He's like, relax, buddy, relax, we got this. And I thought that he was gonna whip like a credit card or something like that, but no, he had us go collect bottles from a country music show and then turn them in for gas money.
A very, very amusing character. Always fun, always live, always full of life and spirit, just always uplifting no matter the situation.
One word to describe Andy Lloyd:
vibrant.
Unique.
Charismatic.
Eccentricity.
Hope.
Inspirational.
Game changer.
Motion.
Inspiration.
Motivational.
Kind.
Gentle.
Optimist.
Phenomenal.
Loving.
Love.
Amazing.